Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a Blu-ray video for you guys because I haven't been doing a hell of a lot, and I'm trying to move into more of the Blu-ray stuff because I know you guys like the Blu-ray stuff, and lots of people are doing reviews, right? Lots of people are doing movie reviews, you know, it's all about opinion, but not many people are going to have the exact same collection as me, so I'm going to do some plenty of collection videos, especially next year, so look forward to that. But because it is a few days before Christmas, and hopefully if you're watching this within, you know, the first few hours of the upload, I've given you a couple of days for movies you can watch on Christmas Eve or even Christmas Day, or if you're lucky enough with the time zone in America, maybe even on the Sunday night before Christmas. But this is my Christmas collection. I think I've got roughly about 30 titles of Christmas movies. Roughly, could be less, could be more. And this is Blu-rays and about 5 DVDs. And, you know, this doesn't include movies that I don't include as Christmas movies. Now, before we get into a big debate, Die Hard, Gremlins, and Batman Returns will be not featuring on this list, even though I do have them in my collection. Now, Gremlins, I think, is the closest one to a Christmas movie. I haven't watched that in a while. I remember liking it. I have a poster in my room. Probably shouldn't have a poster in my room. I'm not that big of a fan, but I like the artwork. But Die Hard and, you know, Gremlins and Batman Returns, these movies get debated a hell of a lot, and the reason they're not featuring on my list is because I feel like you can watch them in other parts of the year and they're not completely about Christmas. They're about other things that just happen to go on while Christmas is happening. To me, that's not a Christmas movie, but you can have your other thoughts. I don't mind, but they're just not going to feature on my list. But let's start off with some DVDs. We have got Deck the Halls, definitely in the guilty pleasure category. Bit of fun. I think I watched this first time like last year for like, let's say first time that I can remember, because I probably watched this as a kid, well maybe around the time it came out, whatever, but I actually do semi enjoy that movie. The next one is not a guilty pleasure, Home Alone 2, and I have the first one on Blu-ray. I couldn't find this one on Blu-ray, that's why this is coming up and the first one isn't, but this one's really good as well. People say it's better than the second one. I think the first one is better. Some people don't even like this one, but fuck you. There's only 2 Home Alone films before we get into third and fourth and fifth. Fuck that. If Macaulay Culkin ain't in it, it's not a Home Alone film. The next one that isn't really a Christmas movie, like, but you know it is considered, but you know it doesn't. It's very close to not being a Christmas movie. But It's a Wonderful Life. It really gets Christmassy to the end, so it counts. But I watched this for the first time last year. I think it's not really my cup of tea, but I can never respect it. Definitely in the guilty pleasure category. Jingle All the Way. I think I watched that 3 years ago for the first time, you know, since being a kid, and I've watched it every Christmas since. Definitely a guilty pleasure. And the last DVD is Miracle on 34th Street, the original one. I watched this last year for the first time, bought it. That's a really, really well done movie, but it is kind of very old, so it makes it harder to want to watch again. And this year, I'll put in a list at the end of this video of the movies that I'm watching this year. If you picked up my channel last year, I did a top 10 list of my favorite Christmas movies and a 24 days of Christmas movies as well, so movies I watch every day. And this year I was like, no, I won't do as many Christmas movies. I don't need to watch that many Christmas movies. But then I looked through my collection and I was like, there's so many movies I want to watch. So I'm doing like 20 movies in like 14 days or 15 days. But nonetheless, moving on to the Blu-ray section, we have the Santa Claus trilogy: Santa Claus 3, Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus 1. Now, the reason I'm doing them backwards is because it's in backwards alphabetical order from my collection, but I think Santa Claus 1 is a phenomenally classic movie. I think this is really good. I make sure I watch this movie every single year. Funnily enough, this isn't probably one of my top ones. This is probably like, I think it was my late, you know, like 8th or 9th for last year, maybe 7th, 10th, around the, you know, the second half of the top 10. But this is a movie that I feel like is Christmas to me. I remember watching this like every single year. I think that and Alf are probably the 2 movies that I will have to watch at Christmas to really feel like Christmas. You know, the second one's still good. Third one, no. Sorry, pal, but no. Next one. Is it a Christmas movie? Is it a Halloween movie? I don't know. It's both. It's got Christmas in its name, so it has to be a Christmas movie, but it is definitely a Halloween movie. I feel like this is the only one on the list that you can watch at any time during the another point during the year, and that's Halloween because it's kind of a weird crossover. Moving on to The Night Before. I literally just watched this last night. Hilarious movie. I really, really like this movie. The cast, 3 really funny dudes, 3 great actors. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is one of my favourite actors, and that movie's a lot of fun. Movie that I'm hoping to watch tonight, and I've been waiting for my dad to get free to watch this with me, but it's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This movie is hilarious, very, 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 very funny. I bought this last year. Very funny fucking movie. The Muppets Christmas Carol. I think I watched this the first time last year. You know, I'm having a bit of fun with this. I'm gonna watch this in the next couple of days as well. But you know, it's a well done, fun movie, and my favorite Christmas movie of all time. If you had seen my list last year, you would know that, and you know, you wouldn't expect it, but it is Love Actually, and I just ripped off a sticker on it when I realised there was a sticker on it, and now it's come off really shittily for the camera, but here you go, Love Actually. I did read my review of that last year as well, click on that, lots of plugs from last year's Christmas vids, but that is my absolute favourite. That movie is so good, so funny, rom-com, awesome, really, really good, really, really good movie. Like, check that one out if you never have. One that cheap plug, I just did a review for the remake. This is the remake, but this is another remake. The Grinch Stole Christmas. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, should I say. Honestly, I remember loving Jim Carrey's performance, and I still do, but this movie is very nostalgic for me, but now watching it, you know, as like an adult, really not that good, unfortunately. I remember, like, but there's so many scenes that I just remember loving as a kid, and it makes me like them, but, you know, hit or miss that movie. Home Alone 2 has already been. This is Home Alone. Great recovery. Home Alone, the steelbook I bought while I was in America last year. This is one of the best Christmas movies of all time. I think I had it on third on my list last year. That's so much fun. Just a great Christmas film. Harold and Kumar, a very Harold and Kumar Christmas, or Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas if you have a 3D version. Watched this last night as well. So ridiculous, but Harold and Kumar are always awesome. Yeah, and in Christmas that, of course, it's going to deliver. The next one on the list is Alf. Again, this is number 2 on my list. Kind of sneak preview into my list if you want to go back and watch that video. But this, you know, this movie is Christmas. I think this is my number 1. Santa Claus is my second, but this is the number 1 go-to movie in Christmas that makes it feel like Christmas. Jesus Christ, I'm looking forward to watching that tomorrow night. The next one that I actually only came out last year. This is on the verge of being a Christmas movie, but I feel like it does revolve around Christmas enough to be counted as a Christmas movie. That's Daddy's Home 2. I feel like the first one, you know, is this movie again, but this one's just the Christmas version. A lot of fun. I remember, I think, I want to rewatch my review because I remember giving it a C. Probably deserves a C plus now that I think about it. I think with longevity and rewatching films, the rating can, you know, differ. Next one is Bad Moms 2, or it can be called Bad Moms Christmas. That's why it's here. This one is definitely a Christmas movie. Another one that came out, I think, last year, maybe the night. I think it was last year. Had a lot more fun than I thought I would, especially with that whole franchise. A lot more fun than I expected. And A Christmas Carol. This is the Jim Carrey remake. 2011, maybe the animation came out. This is actually a lot more fun than I expected it to be. I think I watched it last year for the first time. But if I can pick up my list for you guys. Oh my god. And these are just the Blu-rays. Mind you, but oh Jesus, there we go. I'll try to reposition myself. Yeah. Now that's how I do thumbnails, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm too lazy to take a separate picture. So you know, that's the thumbnail. FYI. So the disrespect on the Blu-rays, no, the disrespect to the DVDs is real. I nearly just stepped on my fucking thing. Knocked over everything. This is just outrageous. I'm done with this video. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want. But of course, guys, have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy your time with the family. But have a good one.